Hello everyone, welcome back to this tutorial. It's a very short and quick tutorial based on rough waist. So permit me to make use of this. I don't have a whole lot of fabric to sew it, so I'm just making use of this, but we'll teach it as though we are sewing on the main fabric. So quickly, we know how to draft our basic bodies. Please, if you don't know, I will link the tutorial in the right top corner of this very video so that you can follow me there on how to sew a basic dress. So I already have my basic dress here with my back. What to do is, this is my front bodice. You're going to unfold it this way, and as you can see, this is a pencil dress. So depending on how you want it to be, this will be my left, this will be my right, and this is the hip. Now I'm going to come down 1 inch after the hip. So 1 inch after the hip, I will take it to be here. And then this is my knee. I'm going to come up 2 inches before the knee, 2 inches before the knee. I'll mark it here, and I will use this to curve it. So I'm making use of my marker. Now this is that shape we have there. 1 inch below the hip and 2 inches above the knee. So I'm going to cut this, but remember, the aim of this is so that we will not make use of pattern paper. So what we'll do now is, we'll come down on this side by ½ inch sewing allowance. You come down by ½ inch sewing allowance. Also here, you come down by ½ inch sewing allowance. You connect it before we cut. Now, one thing I want us to note now is the shoulder to hip I'm working with, let's say, is 25 inches. 25 inches. Remember, 1 inch, we came down 1 inch below the hip, so that is 26. So we note that this point is 26 inches. Now let's cut. So we have this here. This same thing you're going to, this is my back, this is my zipper side. I already went ahead to pin it down. After attaching your zipper, you're also going to place it on this way, and you cut this same shape on the front, on the back too. Now I've cut this, we are going to cut out the down part with this. So let's set this aside, and now with this we're going to slash it. Fold it here first, and I'm going to slash the center first before any other slashing, or you just note it. Okay, yeah, so now I know my center. So I'm going to slash the other side equally, or you eyeball it. This is what I'm doing. So we're going to cut it open, noting that this is our center, labeling it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before you proceed to determine the width, the amount of fabric you would use on the underpart. It depends on your choice, but mine, I want it to be twice the width, twice whatever width I have here. This is the under front. Measure it and multiply it by 2. Sorry, I'm just showing, I misplaced my measuring tape. So whatever you have, multiply it by 2, and that is what you're going to cut out on this. If this is what you have, you fold it twice, and then you just cut off the remaining one. Do the same for the back side to cut out your back too. So to determine the length also, remember we had 26 inches as our hip length plus 1 inch. So what you're going to do is, what is your total length? I'm working with 60 inches. So 60 inches minus 26 inches, whatever I have, that is what I'll measure here. Plus 2 inches sewing allowance. I will show you why. 1 inch down and 1 inch on the up. Do the same for the back side. So let's assume you had this as an excess. After measuring everything, you're going to trim it off. With your right front facing your right back, you're going to start placing your slash sheet, but first of all, we're going to mark out 1 inch on the top side. The reason is because when we were cutting this on the main fabric, remember, we took out ½ inch sewing allowance from this slashed part, making it ½ inch shorter. So we need to complete it. We need ½ inch to complete it. And we need ½ inch for this down part it gets to join it to the upper part. So that ½ inch plus the ½ inch that we need for this down part, that is why we are making it 1 inch. I hope you understand this. So you're going to, that's why we are making this 1 inch sewing allowance for the down part to avoid shortage. So I'm marking out that 1 inch already. And this part of the slash is the longest of all. So we'll use it to determine, a straight line, to mark a straight line for placing other slashes. Before placing, you need to take out whatever side sewing allowance you have. So take it out and then you start placement. You can see I'm just doing this randomly. Take out the one for that side too. I'm just doing it randomly, but I'll arrange it and make sure it's evenly distributed. Now you see. So I'm just trying to make it arranged now. Noting that this, within here I have my center, and that is my center point. So from the upside, 1 inch, from that 1 inch, I'm just going to start marking out that shape. On each one, remember, 1 inch, on each one, 1 inch, on each 1 inch sewing allowance. So that is how we're going to do it until you get to the end. And then I'm going to denote my center too before cutting this out. I'm just notching my center. Then you bring your front side, notch the center too, and you're going to place it right side facing the right side with using that notch, right side facing the right side. You're going to pin it down, take it to your sewing machine and gather all that you have there within that space. Gather the other side too. You do the same thing for your back side. And then this is the outcome. This is the outcome. Noting down the zipper side, you place the front and join the sides. Hem the down part with the 1 inch remaining, and that is all. My next tutorial will be on the cutting and sewing of this dress, so stick with us. Now this is the final outcome. Very simple. How much more if you actually cut it on a main dress? It will be more beautiful than this. So thank you very much for staying with us. Bye.